Welcome to Bioinformatics with BB. This is Dr. Babajan Banaganapalli. In this video series, we are going to learn the theory behind machine learning models. We will cover the major components of machine learning, how these models work, and how they can be applied in bioinformatics. Computers are incredibly fast calculators. For decades, they operated entirely on exact human-written mathematical instructions to perform repetitive physical tasks. But programmers hit a wall when trying to write fixed rules for fluid concepts. You cannot write a standard mathematical equation that defines a tumor on an X-ray or identifies a spam email when the vocabulary changes every single day. At the same time, the modern internet generates chaotic information, daily text, images, and user interactions pile up at a scale far too vast for any human team to process manually. Traditional programming simply could not scale to meet this challenge. The rigid logic of fixed rules failed to process the complexity of the real world. To cross that technological wall, software developers made a vital engineering pivot. Instead of giving computers strict rules to follow, they started giving them examples to study. This practice is called machine learning. By feeding data into algorithms, the system can identify patterns and predict outcomes on its own without being explicitly programmed for every scenario. This shift allows the computer to function as an adaptable problem solver, refining its own logic as it encounters new information. The learning process begins with data input feed, massive quantities of raw, chaotic information, text, numbers, or images directly into a mathematical algorithm. The machine uses that initial data to guess an outcome. It looks at the information and makes a prediction about what it is seeing. This diagram shows the learning process. An input enters the node, outputting a prediction. A feedback line loops back with an error margin. Using gradient descent, the machine continuously adjusts its internal settings to minimize the difference between predictions and actual results. Through millions of these rapid iterations, the machine learns simply by aggressively minimizing its own mistakes. There are three main ways to train these models. The first is supervised learning, a guided method relying on feeding the machine cleanly labeled data. This chart plots clinical data showing patient ages and genders. Because each data point is explicitly tagged as healthy or sick, the machine draws a predictive boundary line to diagnose future unseen patients. Unsupervised learning is an explorer method for vast unlabeled data. Removing health labels from our chart, the algorithm finds hidden structures. It independently groups dots into clusters based on age, discovering relationships without knowing actual health outcomes. The third method is reinforcement learning. Here, an agent interacts with the dynamic environment and learns strictly through trial and error. If a visual recognition system incorrectly guesses an image shows a mango, it receives a penalty and updates its model based on that negative feedback. So next time it sees that image, it correctly identifies an apple to earn a reward. Whether guided by clear labels, exploring raw data for clusters, or acting through trial and error, the machine builds its own internal logic based entirely on the environment it interacts with. These learning models quietly build the modern digital landscape. They automate complex time-consuming tasks with high accuracy, stripping away manual work and human error. We now trust them with high-stakes applications. They handle autonomous navigation in cars, flag fraudulent financial transactions in real time, and run media recommendation engines. Their compounding advantage is self-improvement. Voice assistants on our phones get continuously smarter, adapting to our specific speech patterns and regional accents. The more audio data they consume, machine learning elevates computers from passive tools waiting for our keystrokes into active, evolving participants in human society. But because the system learns from historical data rather than objective mathematical rules, it is inherently vulnerable to human flaws. If the training examples fed into the machine contain historical prejudices, the model's future decisions will be actively unfair. This creates a black box dilemma. These models have become so mathematically complex that engineers often cannot explain exactly why an AI made a specific decision. Without clear reasoning, accountability disappears. Placing blind trust in unexplainable models carries broad societal stakes. It opens up severe data privacy risks and accelerates the looming threat of job displacement as advanced automation replaces human labor. A machine learning model acts as a mathematical reflection of its training environment. The future of computing depends on curating perfect data, as the system's logic is ultimately defined by whatever we choose to show it. When engineers build machine learning models to predict a continuous target variable, like calculating a person's future salary based on their years of experience, they use regression. The model outputs a prediction along a sliding numerical scale. This visualization shows a different mathematical task. When the target variable is discrete, the outcome is restricted to specific, mutually exclusive categories. This is classification. The mathematical challenge of any classification model is calculating precisely where to draw the decision boundary, the exact threshold that separates one categorical label from another. Drawing this boundary accurately carries immediate real-world stakes. In medical diagnostics, an algorithm analyzing patient data cannot return a sliding scale. It must categorize a tumor as either benign or malignant. During the COVID-19 pandemic, healthcare systems deployed classification algorithms to rapidly analyze historical patient data and test results, categorizing incoming individuals into strict binary states, positive or negative. These predictive models only function effectively if their internal architecture matches the structural constraints of the data they are processing. Building a robust classification system requires engineering a mathematical pipeline that adapts to high dimensionality and structural data imbalances. The first major engineering constraint in system design is the computational time cost of learning. Engineers must decide exactly when the algorithm performs its heaviest calculations. Eager learners are machine learning algorithms that front-load their computational weight entirely during the training phase. This split-screen diagram illustrates the process. On the left, an eager learner spends hours or days processing a massive matrix of training data to compile a rigid, generalized mathematical model before it ever sees a live user. The advantage is instantaneous prediction latency. In production, models run data through the pre-built grid. Lazy learners use the opposite architecture, deferring computation until prediction time. When new data drops in, the system calculates proximity to nearest neighbors in real time. Lazy learners do not build an overarching model, they simply memorize the training data. This shifts the heavy computational burden entirely to the inference stage. The choice between an eager and a lazy architecture directly dictates the predictive latency and server cost of the live production system, moving beyond binary constraints of plane, a boat, or a truck. This creates an architectural limitation. Foundational algorithms like support vector machines and logistic regression are natively designed to solve only binary problems. This matrix demonstrates 1 versus rest to evaluate 3 classes. It isolates plane as positive, merging the remainder into a single rest category. Alternatively, 1 versus 1 trains a distinct binary classifier for every label pair, resolving predictions through a majority vote. Both differ entirely from multi-label classification. Mutual exclusivity is removed, allowing a single input to trigger multiple positive classifications simultaneously. As real-world states gain complexity, data scientists engineer these mathematical wrappers to execute multidimensional tasks using strictly binary logic architectures. A severe vulnerability in classification architecture is the mathematical assumption that real-world data is cleanly symmetrical. This scatterplot visualizes a historical loan data set. 84% of borrowers successfully paid back their loans. In blue, only 16% defaulted it. The sparse red points conventional models inherently optimize for the majority class. The algorithm views critical minority data like loan defaults as statistical noise. It draws a boundary line ignoring the red cluster entirely, outputting an 84% accuracy rate simply by guessing fully paid every time. The first structural mitigation strategy is random undersampling. Undersampling balances the geometry by deleting data points from the majority class at random until its volume matches the strict limits of the minority class. Achieving a high accuracy metric on an imbalanced dataset is frequently a mathematical illusion that renders the model functionally useless for actual risk detection. Random undersampling carries an inherent risk. Deleting data points permanently destroys valuable structural information about the majority class. An alternative imperative is to work in the opposite direction. Instead of deleting the majority, engineers synthetically expand the minority. SMOTE, synthetic minority oversampling technique, is a primary method designed to balance class distribution. It relies on mathematical interpolation, calculating the geometric distance between existing minority points to spawn entirely new, statistically valid data points along those vectors rather than duplicating records. Instead of manipulating the data geometry, engineers can manipulate the algorithm itself using cost-sensitive models. A cost-sensitive algorithm processes the imbalanced data. Data scientists actively engineer the geometry of a dataset to force the model to learn the patterns that actually matter. Once the dataset is perfectly balanced, the execution phase begins. The specific algorithm chosen dictates exactly how the boundary line is calculated. Logistic regression is a highly explainable algorithm used to draw these boundaries. It maps input data to a bounded S-curve using the sigmoid function, outputting a strict probability percentage that a point belongs to a given class. In this 2D plot, we see the geometric approach of a support vector machine or SVM. The SVM draws a rigid hyperplane between classes based on the maximum margin principle, pushing the boundary outward until it touches the closest data points known as support vectors. A critical geometric challenge arises when datasets are non-linearly separable. In these cases, no flat line can possibly divide the classes on a two-dimensional grid. SVMs use the kernel trick to project the data into a higher dimensional space, allowing a flat plane to slice cleanly between the newly elevated clusters. The internal architecture of the chosen algorithm must map perfectly to the underlying topological constraints of the input data. SVMs and logistic regression process structured numbers efficiently, but their linear constraints fail when applied to massive unstructured datasets like high-resolution computer vision or natural language. To process unstructured data, engineers have adapted transformers, originally designed for text generation, into image and tabular classification models. Rather than drawing rigid linear boundaries, vision transformers use self-attention mechanisms to actively weigh the relative importance of different sequence patches across an image. Deep ensemble methods scale this architecture further by stacking and blending multiple neural networks into a single cohesive system. Engineers reduce the correlation of isolated errors across the individual networks. As the mathematical complexity scales to achieve near-perfect accuracy on vast datasets, the classification model inevitably becomes an opaque, unreadable black box. This creates a direct tension in modern machine learning. There is an inverse relationship between high-dimensional accuracy and human interpretability. In high-stakes environments like finance and healthcare, automated decisions carry strict regulatory and ethical requirements. A model cannot simply deny a loan or suggest a diagnosis without providing a verifiable reason. This diagram shows a dense neural network being analyzed by explainable AI tools. Two primary methods are SHAP, which stands for Shapley Additive Explanations, and LIME, which stands for Local Interpretable Model Agnostic Explanations. These diagnostic tools calculate the individual logic pathways of a black box system. They assign specific percentage contribution weights to individual features, revealing precisely why the algorithm drew its boundary at a specific coordinate. True machine learning engineering relies on guaranteeing a verifiable, transparent mathematical architecture from the initial data pipeline all the way up to the final decision boundary. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when we publish new videos.